tuck or untuck? Hotel bed. Dick.
I was like, and if you're wondering, my legs have been so crossed for so long. You'll have to pull the clip the way I was like, the quickness in which I went.
And then I went, hotel bed. Get a little touch.
Good morning, Taryn.
Good morning, Mari.
How you doing, Buttercup?
Morning.
Good morning. Is that Shannon Ford?
Not me being in Nashville, like Loki a singer. Like,
Are you though? Can you sing?
no, God no.
Yeah.
Literally
I don't
no.
Prove
see
it.
Singer
Prove
for
it.
you.
No,
Prove
it's like
it.
giving will clear a room.
I don't see singer for you.
God couldn't give it all to me, you know.
I know. He gave you everything else. The hot rich
Fuck.
husband.
We can only
Give you
have
ugly
so much.
feet? What's ugly on you? What do you
Oh,
got?
I definitely have like ginger hands and toes.
What does that
What
mean?
does that mean?
Oh, just like
They're
really
so
pale and
cute.
freckly.
Okay,
but I
that's
have my
fine.
mom's hands, so it's like
All
really
of us.
sweet. My sister, who's like not covered in freckles head to toe, and she's got like dark hair, striking blue eyes, like so
Where'd you
gorgeous.
get it from?
My mom's got red hair.
Oh, okay.
And so my sister will always grab my hands, which I'm always like, I have elder hands. Like I need to like get lasers on them or something. And she's like, oh, your hands remind me of mom, and I'm like,
Aw.
oh, that's a sweet way to look at it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
My hands remind me of my grandmother.
Yes, it's
And I love
sweet.
that.
That's
My
sweet.
hands remind me of a 56-year-old dude.
Not your
Look,
dad?
look at these things. Look,
You are
you
you are
said that,
absolutely
Dad.
yoked.
thanks,
You're just
bro.
like, my God. You better stay away from my husband.
Thanks, bro.
I love
when
that
she
shit.
dresses like a mechanic.
I'm bringing back Mari pre like
98?
I'm gonna say 99.
99.
I really
Yeah.
like this look
I'm gonna
though.
buy a pair
Yeah,
of Dickies.
this is who I was
I'm gonna
like
fully
for
copy
years
you.
in '99.
Just start
Dickies
copying
from
everything you
Walmart, oversized men's Dickies, wallet chain.
Yep.
'cause, you know, also so fucking convenient. You don't need a pocketbook.
Do you ever
Also, you could probably feel if somebody's trying to take
do
your
you
wallet.
follow oh my God, you actually have it on a chain. That's crazy behavior. Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Do you
No one's
follow
fucking
Also
with me.
acts as a
No,
weapon.
no, but
Nobody's fucking with
by
me.
the way, nobody is fucking with you.
Nobody.
That's
Do
my
you
goal,
follow
bro.
online? Do you follow Teffy online?
Oh my God.
Is it
You
Tuffy?
give that energy.
I've-
Have you thought that
yes,
before?
I've thought that, and
She's-
I think I've sent it to you.
One of my favorite humans on the internet. So like such a compliment.
I know. I'm trying not to.
Yeah, your face
'cause I
looks great this
forget.
morning. By the way, you're like so like glowy.
You look gorgeous.
Yeah, you do.
I'm sleeping really good.
Oh.
Taking your magnesium, I feel like even more so in like in my 44th year of life, embracing who I truly, really am.
Yeah.
Physically, in my heart,
Right.
vocally, every aspect of it. And sometimes I wake up and I go, I want to be Mari in 1999.
Yeah. So she shall.
That's who she's going to be.
Yeah.
If it's for a couple weeks, if it's for
Here
a couple
she
months.
is.
And then I'll put a
There
dress
she
on.
is. Absolutely. Yes, you will. I honestly, when I buy clothes for James, like he's a bit too big for me. I can't really. My ex was like more like my size ish, so we could
that?
really share clothes. And I would always buy like really cool stuff for him, and then I would just steal it. With James, it's a little bit harder because like he has to wear a size extra large.
Is he yoked?
He's yoked. Yeah,
So, have you seen him?
he's
I don't know. I don't know if I have.
he's really. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I'll show you our wedding photos.
Okay. Oh, I've seen your wedding photos. I'm
Oh,
so
actually,
sorry.
here's literally my
I
background.
have.
He's yoked
in Italy.
There you go.
Yeah, y'all are.
So I like wearing
I
his
couldn't
clothes.
take my eyes off of you. To be
I
fair,
know.
That's
It was so dreamy.
By design, baby.
girl. You
That was
look
by design.
You're
Oh no, I'm kidding.
stupid
Thank you so much.
stunning.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Thanks.
It was so pretty and
Thanks. It was really wonderful. It was
They
like
killed
really
your
the best day ever.
glam.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was Beck. She's just amazing.
She's
Wait, where
incredible.
was it?
Yeah.
in Italy. It was in Positano, but it was hard for me because I wanted Beck to know that she was also a guest to my
Mm-hmm.
wedding, which I'm sure like you must feel this way because you guys become such good friends with some of your lifelong
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
clients. And I was like, you don't have to do my makeup, by the way. Like, I just want you to be there as a guest, and like if I just need a touch up. And she was like, bitch, I'm doing your
She would
makeup for
never
your
not.
wedding. Yeah, she was like, what? Like,
She
of
would
course
never
not.
not.
But it was really nice because we just got to like relax, and it really did just feel like I was just getting ready with one of my girlfriends. It wasn't
Awesome.
like
That's
pressure.
the best.
Yeah.
That's what she
Yeah.
did at mine.
Oh, really? So
mine was
that.
not in Positano, Italy. It was
Positano.
in Broad Albin, New York.
Love. By the way, love.
Poscatano.
Poscatano.
Yeah.
It was great though because she was like, "What do you want to do today?" I was like, "You know the vibes." Like I wasn't like, "So here's my inspo picture," and blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Girl, you know the vibes."
You look
Yeah.
It was great.
Perfect. Your hair was stunning too. Your dress, everything.
Embracing the natural.
Yeah.
So
is this your natural texture?
Yeah, I add a couple like curls in the front, but yeah, it's like always been super like curly underneath. But you have to have the right products or you can't.
Well, that's my
I never
hair
understood
too.
it.
100%.
Your hair is my hair too.
Yeah,
if I let it just dry, underneath is always the same.
It's easier to blow it out, to be honest, because I have to give it more tender loving care to get this. But it does get this way with like all the right products, which is nice.
If you don't have the right products,
then it's literally just like curly underneath and like straight and stringy up top.
Yeah.
I use all these like I use just like a leave-in conditioner, but then there's this company called Crown Affair that has this dry mousse. And it's like a mousse that, like, a second I put it in, my curls are like, hello. And I'm like, what? See, I knew you bitches were there.
Nice.
Hold on. What's it called?
Crown Affair.
I've never, because I have wavy hair too.
They have like, I tried the whole experience without the mousse and then I did it with, and you can tell a difference.
Okay, I need to get that because I only use one product right now when I wear it curly, which is the Days of Dirt or that coconut. It's,
you love Days of Dirt.
And then
I love it.
If I put in a curl, like if I put in, because I'll tweak like the front pieces with a tiny little skinny dick curling iron.
Skinny dick.
And like, you know,
that's forever.
No, you know the needle dick ones. Like,
yeah.
And
what kind of curl do you want? The skinny dick curl?
The needle dick curl right here.
Yeah.
So I'll use that, but every once in a while, you know, those things are, needle dicks are powerful. Like they'll
they sure
they'll get too, and then I'll put leave-in conditioner like Way. However you say it. Is that how you say it? OUAI?
Way.
Is it Way? I'll put some leave-in conditioner just kind of like loosen her up a little bit.
No,
it's gorgeous.
So good.
Thanks.
I started using because I was sent IGK forever ago, and I have so much of their products.
I love them.
I just started using. I think it's called Good Behavior. It's their leave-in. It's a heat protectant. It is
white.
It's changed my hair.
Really?
I'm like, why haven't I not been using this?
Wild.
Because the ends of my hair are getting really dry. I put it in before I blow dry it. Game changer. And even the second day, I would notice it.
You could tell.
Oh yeah, and it's still smooth.
Ooh,
so
okay. I'm gonna have to get my hands on that.
it's really good.
It's the smaller white can, right?
It's it's just a spray bottle. I'll show you. We'll look it up. But it's really good before you do a blowout.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, let's talk about product.
I know. Also, tell me all your favorite like makeup products right now and skin products. I want to know them.
Skin products, pretty boring. I just like don't do too much, because when I do too much, some weird shit happens.
Yeah,
Like, I can never figure out. I can never do like not order of operations isn't the word, like elimination process to figure out like what is doing it. So then I just end up being like, fuck this, I'm just gonna use CeraVe again. Like but I do have dry skin, so I'm always like loving a moisturizer. My face can take really any moisturizer, but I use, of course, Augustus Bader Rich Cream, which is so fucking annoying because it was so expensive.
I've never heard of that before.
It's great. It's really great. It's like I think it's a better version of the La Mer one that everyone loves. It's $1 million. It's not as expensive as La Mer, but it's still expensive. But I like posted I did the wrong thing. You know, like I'm like every once in a while I try to use my influencer powers for evil. And I'm like, I'm going to get some fucking free shit. But I like posted it. I was like, this must be called the Rich Cream because you got to be rich to afford it. And they didn't reach out.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Say it again. Say it again to the camera over here.
You got to be rich to afford it. Yeah, no, it didn't hit the way I thought it would. So they didn't reach out and I'm still buying it.
Like a little piratey. Or like,
womp, womp.
Rich to afford it.
But I really like that one. It's great. It's just a really nice, like it's thick but still like loose enough that you don't feel like it's like smearing on your face.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really nice. It's in like a really pretty blue bottle, and then just wash my face with like something easy, so it's not. I mean, I'm a ginger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
You
just
sensitive?
Not sensitive as much as it's just like I said. I just too much does too much. I don't like really do a lot of serums. I don't do like I should. I'll probably like in 10 years be like, why the fuck wasn't I using serum? But right now, I definitely can't do retinols or anything.
Yeah.
My face is just like, whoa, girl, chill.
Yeah.
And then makeup.
Looks so great.
It does look
Thank
great.
you. I mean, I literally did just get married, so I was trying to do like all the things.
All the things.
Also eating healthy and is just like always gonna help your skin.
Shit ton of water.
Yeah.
All those vitamins.
I be waterboarding myself sometimes.
Yeah.
My husband calls me a camel. He's like, you literally don't drink water. I'm like, it's so crazy. I never have to pee on planes. He's like, you literally don't drink water. So
What are you drinking?
of course you don't have to pee.
What are you drinking, Shannon?
Nothing. I read this thing. one
Literally
time.
nothing.
No, literally
Mari.
nothing.
It's a bold story.
I think you can go like 90 days without food and like maybe like 8 hours without water.
I tell you what.
How is this working for you?
I lay my little head down to sleep and I'm like, God, I'm thirsty. And I just like chug water at night. And James is like, You literally don't drink water. Like, cut it out. It's crazy. But I read this article one time that said, like, we are drinking too much water. Like, you really should just drink when you're thirsty.
You sound like my mom. My mom says the same thing because every time I go home, I'm constantly
you have, like, the one
drinking all their water.
The water bottle that says, like, you're almost there. Like, you're going to crush your life. Like, you're a pop star. And then it's like, whatever. It's like, those water, when I see people with those.
You're a pop star.
I'm like,
they need to rebrand that and actually make that a water bottle.
You're almost there.
Yeah.
Girl, you're going to find him soon.
Yeah. It starts at, you're a garbage pail kid.
Yes.
Ew, gross.
Sabrina
Nobody
Carpenter
wants
is
to be friends with
quaking.
you.
Gain 35 pounds, bitch. Get it together. Wait, it's turning around.
Oh, look, those jeans look cute on you.
Literally, might as well get bangs, bitch. Fuck it all.
Up to you're a pop star.
Yeah. But it's just too much. Like, those water bottles are too much. Like, we don't need to be waterboarding ourselves. Like, that's
No,
crazy.
we need to rebrand the water bottles. That's hilarious.
It's too much. It's too much water. So, anyways, I just drink when I'm thirsty.
That's not a thing though. You should have. I think it is a gallon of water a day.
By the way,
which is actually feasible if you're well. I mean, I drink a ton of water.
Yeah, look at you, Popeye the Sailor Man. Of course you do.
Drink a ton
I
of
can't.
water.
I mean, some of us have washboard abs like you, and some of us just drink
but
less
bro,
water.
I work my ass.
I know
off.
you
That's
don't
not
drink
one of those
water
things
for
that,
the abs.
Like, you look at your people like, how did you have a baby? I was like, I gained so much weight. You saw me after I had Charlie. I'm sure everyone has seen me after I had Charlie. Maybe they don't remember.
I mean, I like that doesn't come to mind. Your beautiful daughter comes to mind when I think of that.
But I'm saying, like, I have worked really fucking hard.
I know
and
you
I
have.
continue to, and I will for the rest of my life.
By the way,
sweat a lot, so you should drink more water.
when you go
I'm
like
in the sauna
this,
5 to 6 days a week.
when you go like that, like no one doesn't think you work hard. Like that's
no one's questioning your ability to work hard.
Yeah, that's working hard.
I love this. Fitness is so important to me. Fitness and like wellness and
I mean, I literally married the wellness and fitness king, which is fantastic.
I would like to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, y'all fall in love and run off together.
Yeah.
I love how healthy I've become because of it. But I will sometimes we have conversations and I'm like, maybe it'll happen in my 40s, maybe it'll happen in my 50s. I don't know. But right now, I just still am not like, I don't wake up and get excited to go to the gym. Mm-hmm. I have been obsessed with like what the gym has done for my body and like my mental state. And like, I'm like, oh yeah, totally. Like, I see why I should keep doing it. But the only reason I do it is because I saw results.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, that shit works. Like, I have back muscles. Like, this is crazy. Like, I do it for that. Like, he wakes up every morning, like, jazzed to go to the gym. And I'm like,
so do I.
I don't think I'll ever be that person.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and he's like, sometimes he'll be talking to me and I'll be like, and he's like, I forget, this just doesn't really excite you. I'm like, not really, but that's okay.
Yeah,
we all
like
have our
you said,
things.
maybe that'll happen later in life.
Sure.
Or I've been going consistently for 5 years now.
Okay.
So I've also formed a community.
I've only done like 2 years.
It's like brushing my teeth.
Right.
It's something that I just do. I get excited for. There are days where I'm like, oh my God, I have to do this for the rest of my life. But for the majority of it, like I said, there's an amazing community that I formed. There's some really great friends that I've made through it. So
no, 100%. And people talk about the community all the time.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, love that. Oh, I love Charlie. I'm like such a fan. She's such a doll.
She is.
I'm obsessed. But she was when she was 2. Like,
Dude,
she was a fun, like, funky little girl when she was 2.
better and better.
Wait, how did you guys meet?
Makeup on.
Max, I think, like, when I first moved to Nashville. Maybe
I was
like
signed
10
with
years
Block
ago, I think.
Agency, but like, oh my God,
Maybe
like, I
like
was never
Sarah
a real
Davidson or
model.
something?
That's probably it. It wasn't
Was
much.
it?
It wasn't much makeup as much as I think we actually met in like some sort of circle. And then I was like, oh, you work with Nashville Glam? Like, no way. Like.
Something like that.
Something like that. Something
so long.
back when Nashville actually was like a cute little small town where everyone knew each other. Like it was just one of those vibes. Like now people don't get it when I'm like, people are like, so how did y'all meet? Talking about like, I don't know, a friend I met 10 years ago here. And I'm like, oh, you know Nashville. And people are like, no, it's huge. And there's a million different pockets of everyone and new people move here every day. I'm like, well, we don't always like that. Like there was a time where we were literally all at Losers at the same time. Like we were all there.
Yeah.
Collectively.
I do. That
was
old Nashville.
fun.
That was so much fun.
I'm not one of those like haters that are like, I miss the old Nashville. But like I am really thankful
love
that
growth
I
and
grew up in that, like whenever I was like in my peak party girl era, I'm glad it was during that version. I'm glad I'm not like waiting in line at Barstool now.
Yeah, girl.
You know, like
Could you imagine?
no, I actually couldn't. I didn't have
308
to.
was my jam. I was there all the
Rest in
time. That was my
peace.
like group of people.
Rest in peace.
It's where I met my ex
Right.
Also rest in peace.
Rip. Did he die?
No.
I was just about to tell you.
die?
I didn't know you got
In my
divorced, so I was
heart.
just in my heart.
No, he figuratively died. He didn't really
Right.
die.
We do have to kill him sometimes.
No, we're gonna hang out with him for Thanksgiving.
Oh, love.
Great.
Yeah, possibly.
Just a relationship. debt.
Just a relationship dad.
And you'll have that.
Yeah.
And that happens.
It's all good.
And you'll have
Onward
that.
and upward,
I know.
my girl.
Aren't we all happy we're not with our exes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you especially.
100%. Yeah.
I'm happy I'm not with my ex too.
I don't know anything about your ex. Douche chills?
No, I had 2 exes in Nashville. One,
I remember the.
which one do you
singer.
remember? Well, they were both singers.
Oh wait, I remember the like skinny
Really-
bully,
Yeah.
the brown head. He would always wear hats.
Yeah. That's the one. Always wore hats. Yeah, that's the
Like
one. He's
baseball.
not. He really is nice. He's like a nice guy. I think we just became more friends.
I think it was the most recent.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
That is. He is a great guy.
Yeah.
What? Ooh.
Mari, do
Can
you
you
have a
tell
question?
me about how you met your husband?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I sure can.
I want to know that too.
Yes.
I sure
Sorry.
can. Okay, so I was on vacation. I actually was just telling you that I had like decided that I was going to live my Sex in the City like dreams. I kept my house in Nashville, but I wanted an apartment in New York. I was like, I'm going to go to New York. Like, I'm going to fuck around and get like the clap or something. I don't care. I just want to like have
You
fun.
wanted a little STD?
I just thought like if it happened, it happened.
A little STD? All
I
right.
just thought
Okay.
one that's curable. I'm in.
Sure. Yeah.
Whatever.
Is clap is like you take a little medication, it's gone? It's
I
not
think
famous
I think
forever?
all of them.
Clap chlamydia, or is the clap the clap? I don't
Clap is.
I got that.
It's got to be chlamydia, right? Isn't that why they call it the clap?
I don't
Clap,
know.
chlamydia. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you guys, and this isn't me trying to flex. I've never had an STD, so
Yeah,
I'm not that
congratulations.
well versed in
Let
it.
me clap for you.
No
You never had
STD
it.
since '93.
Congratulations.
girl.
Underwear
Thank
free
you.
since 93.
Wow,
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
In the Dickies as well. That's really
No,
something.
that's 99. Anyway.
Okay, right. Yeah. So, anyways, I just wanted to have fun. I wanted to like live my truth and like be single and sexy in the city. And I was 27, and I was like, yes. And then I moved to New York. Well, I like went back and forth, right? I still had my place here and a lot of work in the podcast and everything here. So, was living my best life in New York for I want to say 25 days, and then my girlfriend was like going on. Do you guys know Marissa Martin? She works at Parlor 3.
Hair.
She did yes, incredible
Yeah,
hair.
she did my hair for a long time.
Yeah, she's amazing. So, anyways, her and I are good friends, and she's like
really
such a little
hot.
baddie that goes on like solo trips always.
Okay.
And like she just like travels alone all the time. And I was.
I've always been so envious of people
It's
that
like
have
so
done
cool,
that.
right? I know, like couldn't be me.
Yeah.
I would just be like alone with my
I'd be
thoughts.
lost.
It's a prison in here. Like
would
I
be
just.
I would
Lost.
literally get lost.
Lost.
Yeah, no. Physically, I would be lost as well.
Mentally or map geographically.
Yes, correct.
Geographically.
I'm really.
No, yeah,
You-
I would be.
Maybe we shouldn't go to London together.
No,
no.
we can go together because we can figure it out. We can
Okay.
do it together.
Figure it.
But when
Okay.
people
Phones
are
and
like,
stuff.
it's like northwest of
No,
of
I'm like,
Lebanon. You're like,
girl,
dude,
don't talk to me like that.
What
don't
is
talk to me like
Northwest?
that.
No, don't talk to me like that.
Yeah.
She's a little girl
Tell
that
me,
Kim
is it by
Kardashian
the
had.
Target?
Other than
I
that,
know.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know
what
what
the fuck Northwest is. So I
never eat squishy worms.
so so I went to like I don't know, just have dinner with her, and she was telling me about how she was about to go to Barcelona, and like at the time
I love Barcelona.
Barcelona. Okay,
I
Barcelona.
love Barcelona.
And I was like, oh my God, fun, slay, the house down boots, have the best time. And I was then telling her about this, like I was talking to some hockey player, not in Nashville, so don't do some
Not a
investigative
Preds, not a
work.
Pro-
Yeah.
Not a Preds player. And so anyways, I was talking to some guy, he was like, of course, duh, like ghosting me and like just being like terrible and awful. And I was like, I'm obsessed, like love. And so I don't know, I was like bitching about it, and she was like, you should just go somewhere. She's like, you should go with me to Barcelona. And she's actually going to Spain in general. And I was like, oh, can't, wish I could, but this guy that I'm seeing might invite me somewhere for that week. And she was like, oh, did you guys have plans? And I was like, no, but
guy that I'm seeing.
if he did, I'd like to be here so that he could invite me. She was like, hey, really quick, you sound fucking insane.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
You're like, he doesn't know that I'm seeing him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
He
crazy.
doesn't know that we're seeing each
She's
other.
like, yeah. And I was like,
crazy.
yeah. I should go to Barcelona with you. I should like put all my credit card points and buy a flight and go to Barcelona.
You're like, I
She's
just needed to say that
yeah.
out loud to
Yeah, I was like,
realize that sounds
crazy.
Yeah.
crazy.
That's crazy. We're better than that.
Yeah.
So anyways, I called my mom and I was like, how do I redeem my credit card points? I never have. She then asked me, how the fuck do you have so many credit card points? I was like, don't ask questions about my spending.
Don't worry about my points, bitch.
And then, got a flight to Barcelona, went. And then the first day that I landed, she had been in Spain for like a week before me because she goes for like long trips. But I was just joining her for the back end of it. And when I went to go when I landed in Barcelona, it was like a Tuesday. We went to dinner. We were walking across the street before dinner, and I see this like really hot tan guy who I obviously presume is Spanish. And Marissa had told me, she was like, by the way, right before you land, just know like everyone here is hot. Like the garbage man's hot.
It's
the
true.
guy like doing like the fucking like checking you into the hotel is hot. Like everyone's hot. And I'm like, cannot wait. Yeah. Like gonna live my Sex and the City dreams like in Barcelona now. And so anyways, I see across the street this extremely tan, good looking man. I'm like, he is obviously a gorgeous Spanish man. And I'm like, love. So I see him, we make eye contact, but like, what are you gonna do? Like across the street from someone? Like it was like 7 p.m., you know? So like we just made eye contact. That was it. I said to Marissa, like, look at those two hot Spanish guys. She was like, yeah, hot. Told you everyone here is hot. I'm like, crazy. And that was really it. Like we like followed behind them a little bit, but then they went a different way. We went a different way, like never saw them again. We went to dinner. We went to a couple bars. It was like 11 o'clock. Things were kind of winding down. We were like, let's call it time of death. Like it's the first night here. Like, let's go back. Let's go back to the hotel. So we're in a completely, totally different part of Barcelona at this point because we had taken cabs to like different bars and different restaurants, whatever. So we're in a totally different area and we're walking back to the hotel, the area where the hotel's at. And I see the guy again. And I'm like, that hot Spanish guy. Like, no way. But at that point we had like a little liquid courage. And I think because we had actually, he and I like made lingering eye contact, there was enough of a like,
like you like what you see here.
Well, there was enough of like, it's not so weird to be like, wait a second. Like I saw you earlier kind of vibes. And I don't remember, I said like smile and she was like wave and I was like smile and wave. Or like, I can't really remember who did it. And I've asked Rosa and she's like, I think I waved, you smile. I don't know. But we like made some sort of motion towards him. And then he was like, oh my God, I've seen you girls earlier, haven't I? And I was like, you're not Spanish. You're from Barcelona. I was like, you're so tan. Where I was like, where are y'all from? And he was like, did you just say y'all? Did you just say like, where are you guys from? And we were like, we're from Nashville. And he's like, oh, we're from London. We just landed today. We're on vacation. I was like, oh my God, we just landed today. We're on vacation. And we were definitely heading home. He's like, where are you guys headed? We were like, to get another drink. So if you guys are also headed there, we should do that. And so anyways, I had a one night stand with him and thought I would just like never see this gorgeous, amazing man ever again, but would think about him for like the rest of my life and be like married with 3 kids and like, I don't know, some man and just be thinking about my London lover. But then we spent like the whole week together on vacation. And Marissa was really cool because she had already had plans. So like, and also like, she was just like a really cool bitch. She was like, go do whatever you want, live your life. And I didn't like ditch her, but I was definitely like at night, we'd be like, bye. And she'd be like, it's okay, I got a date, bye. And like we would just like go our separate ways.
Perfect.
I know.
Fun.
Taylor, my best friend, is like, couldn't be me, bitch. I'd be like, get your head out of your ass. Like we're on a girls trip. Like no. So that was like in my favor as well. And then like by the end of the week, he was just like, I just like don't think this was a holiday fling. And I was like, what? Like I couldn't like imagine that some like gorgeous, amazing man was saying this to me. And I was like, right. Me either? Question mark. Like I was like, yay. And we basically just decided like, let's just try long distance. Like if you would have told me I was going to be in a long distance relationship with someone that lived like in East Nashville, I'd be like, no, I won't. Too far. Like it couldn't be me. And so I really was just like not expecting anything to happen from it other than just like, you know, crying myself to sleep and just being sad that it didn't work out. But it just like kept working out. And then 2 weeks later I went to London, met his friends and family. 2 weeks later he came here, met all my friends. Like next thing you know, we were just like literally in each other's lives, did long distance for about 1.5 years. And then he was like, I bought a house. Yeah, it was hard. It was easier. I always say this, like check your privilege. Like he and I both like could afford to fly to each other, which is nice. We could also, we have jobs where we work for ourselves. So like I didn't have to like take PTO to go see him. I could work from London. He could work from America. Yeah. So like, that was nice and that made it a lot easier. But no, like long distance isn't fucking easy. And like dating someone,
especially if you're like poor and busy.
Yeah. Like wouldn't recommend. What do you do? It was like really hard, the time difference, because he never got evening Shannon. Like you're a different person from the moment you wake up, like who you are, Taryn and Mari, when you wake up at 8 a.m. and you're like, I'm busy, I'm doing this. And then like when you are like winding down and you're feeling like happy and silly and goofy and like relaxed, it's just like a different energy and aura you give off. And the time zone was such a thief of that. Like he never got, anytime he was ready to go to bed, it was like 3 o'clock for me. Like I'd always be like, okay, I'm busy. I'm doing a million things. And like, my energy was just like always like this. And I always got bummed that I couldn't be like having a glass of wine, like telling him about my day, you know? Yeah. Like, so the time zone was really, really hard for us. I just hated the time difference, just sucked. Yeah. But then, I mean, he moved here and then life was just great. And we dated for a little bit longer. We got engaged. And
he moved here for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I was going to buy a house. And I was like, wait, I like don't want to buy this house. We've been dating for like a year, and I was like, I don't want to buy this house if you can't see yourself, because I'm not going to buy a house and then just like move to London.
Yeah.
So I will do whatever you
was that ever a thought for you?
I would have. I just would have moved to London just because, one, that's like such a slay, and then two, like I loved him so much.
You know, people just talk like that, like so effortlessly. Because I was like,
that's amazing.
I was just gonna move to London because like that's such a slay.
That's such a slay, and then
start talking like
why not? And then two, I just loved him, so I would have done whatever he wanted me to do. But he was like, no, I would like love to bring my like company to America. I'd love to live in America. He basically like, he lived in New York. You know, London is like fast paced, like honking horns. Like he was like, no. I kind of like the idea of moving to a farmland. Like that sounds really where I'm at in my life right now. And I was kind of like, I don't want to buy a house in Nashville. I want to buy a house in Franklin because I'm kind of over the like bachelorette titty girls. Like I just can't like love you girls. But I just mean like it gets loud there, you know? Like,
oh, you were downtown?
Yeah, I was just always in 12 South, or I was just always somewhere where it was always happening, you know?
That's too much stimulation.
I just didn't want to live anywhere where a marathon could run through, you know? It was just too central, and I did 10 good years in the thick of it, and I was just ready to just like wake up and hear some birds. And it was nice, like out here. It's just so nice out here and so lovely out here, and I'm sure you guys appreciate that.
Neely Bend Village.
Oh, in Neely Bend Village.
Neely Bend Village?
Neely Bend Middle School.
There's only one way in.
And one way. Ooh, I like it.
Neely's Band.
But that's that's the crux of it, and then we lived happily ever after.
What a beautiful fucking
what a great story.
Romantic comedy.
If someone told me that, I'd be like, bitch, that is not how y'all met. How'd y'all really meet? Like, it really is crazy to think like I met. I never, it never gets old. We both say to it all the time. We met in these streets.
Well, that's just a karmic.
It's cosmic. Like it really is.
Cosmic.
Karma.
Me, I'm like, I could make it karmic somehow. I could.
It's happenstance. It's fate.
Yeah,
it's destiny.
Feels really
that is
like pulled to. I actually one time I did one of those things. You know, I don't understand like astrology or the moons or the stars, but like I'm obsessed with like looking at it and stuff. Yeah. And so there's this like one chart.
I fucking hate the moon and the stars, but like I'm also like obsessed.
Don't understand it, love it. So yeah, I like did some chart that talks about it's like your geographical, which like now I'm really lost. You know what I mean? Like me and geographics, but it tells you like it gives you put all your information in and it draws these like lines. I call them like invisible strings. It draws these lines, and it's funny because like I was born in South Carolina, so there's like a thick line that goes through South Carolina.
You said that so fast.
South Carolina. With my podcast, people always tell me, they're like, I literally swore I must have accidentally toggled it to like 1.5 speed. Like I just thought for sure, like what happened here?
I mean, you straight up were like,
so there's like a thick line that goes through there, which makes sense because I was born in South Carolina, and there's like a line that goes through that kind of rolls through Nashville, through like New York, like there's just all these different lines that you like something must happen to you there in your life or whatever. And then there's a giant thick boy that runs right through Spain. And so it's like these weird, like, and if I would have seen that, I think I actually had seen that before I met James. And then like once I met this man that lived in like London and we met in Barcelona, I was like, let me do that geographical string thing again. And I like pulled it up, and there's a like huge line. So it really does just feel like this like cosmic pull that we must have had towards each other. Like, why did we meet? Like,
nothing is by chance.
Yeah, of course.
That's your destiny.
And
that's
the story is just
a beautiful fucking story.
It's really crazy. Like, it's just funny to think that I was just like out here, like, you know, like dating loser athletes, being like, love of my life, surely, right?
Met him on Grindr.
And they're like, literally, no.
But he's got potential.
I need my men to be fully potentied. I can't be.
Yeah, fully cooked.
I need them baked. But anyways, that's how we met. I really think the story, he and I both say, like when people ask like, how'd you meet? I just got asked like on a plane recently, which I would usually hate because I don't like speaking to anyone on a plane. But it was just like, I love telling the story every single time. I never am like, oh God, here we go again. I'm always like, get a little of this. Listen to how we met. I know I'm a newlywed, so maybe, you know, the shine will wear off. I don't think so. I think it's so
I
beautiful.
feel like you don't give off, I don't want to talk to you on a plane energy.
Yeah, that's the fucking problem, bitch. I look too approachable. Like I've got to go to the gym with you or some shit. Like these bitches think I want to chat, and I don't want to chat. I don't want to talk. I talk all the time.
Yeah, I know. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about your podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Probably Shannon, right?
Yeah, probably podcast.
Probably podcast.
But that my Instagram is probably Shannon. I really went hard with the probably.
I think it's so funny.
It's fun. I mean, it kind of just happened.
It's a good name. I like probably
It's
podcast.
cute. Yeah. It's stuck. And then it was just like too far gone. And now like everything I do has to be probably, you know?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I remember you started it. And you had a co-host, didn't you?
Yeah, my really, really good dear friend, Mary Carlisle, she was my co-host. We started it together. It was honestly her idea. And I was like, who needs another podcast, dude? Like the market is oversaturated. But like you'll never start anything if you don't do it. And like think if you guys didn't have a podcast. Like I love y'all's clips. I watch your clips. I think you guys are destined to have a podcast. But it's like that like imposter syndrome where you're like, who needs to be another makeup artist in Nashville? Like it's just like you think
it's a
like
very, very real
we don't need another one. Like
yeah.
And then
I'm working through the other side of it right
now.
I hit imposter syndrome pretty hard like last month, 2 weeks ago. It was, and I
it comes at
projected
you.
it like on some episodes. I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing here.
You're like, why am I
Sometimes
even
feel
here? This is
insecure
fucking stupid.
and people are judging me, and people are. And I'm like,
No, they're
I had to
like-
work through it. I've been working. I'm getting back to meditation and writing and journaling and getting back to like self-love because you have to.
Because it is a projection.
I can't care about what people think about me or the judgment or the criticism or it's too
it's too much. And at the end of the day,
we're human beings, so you have to fucking like say it. Like I'm not here to be like, because there are moments where I'm like, fuck yeah, this is dope. I know who I am. I don't fucking care. And then you go, no, I'm in my head. I'm in my head.
But you didn't start this podcast for other people, I imagine. Like I imagine like the goal is for people to listen and to like relate and whatever. But at the end of the day, like I know you two sit right here because when you leave the chair, y'all are like, that was fucking fun. That felt good. So
every single fucking
we're
time.
having so much fun.
So that can help. Anytime I get into my imposter syndrome, I'm like, no. Because I actually like whatever I'm thinking of what people are going to say or think, I'm not doing it really for them. First of all, I'm definitely not doing it for the haters. I'm doing it for the people that end up like me, like love your clips, love your work. Like y'all are so fun. The energy is so great. I'm obsessed. Like that's who I'm doing it for. But I'm also really doing it for myself. It's like cathartic, like to leave my chair and to leave talking to guests and like feeling empowered and just like feeling their energy, my energy. Like I love that shit. Like I crave it. I love it. It's like my therapy. So
I can be in here all the time.
I know.
Hundo Passundo.
Which is why you're the perfect people to start a podcast. Which probably one day you were like, why the fuck aren't we starting a podcast? So that's how me and my friend started. She was like, we should do it. I got over my imposter syndrome. We started it. And then her life took a slightly different direction. And she was like, I love you so much. Promise me you'll keep doing the podcast, but I gotta go.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because
she
were
left you
crushing
solo.
it. We were crushing it.
Where'd
and,
she
like,
go?
She just moved to Florida and she has a life and like she just like it didn't make sense for her in the moment and like but at the time I was just like wait like I can't do it without you. Like I can't do it without you. Our energy and by the way, having a solo podcast is really fucking hard.
I can't imagine. I would not be able to do this.
Sometimes
look at me in the eyes. I cannot do this.
Yeah, literally. Make a pact right now. No, it's great because a lot of times people are like, are y'all still friends? It wasn't some like crazy call her daddy breakup. Like we are like literally still BFFFF. Like I love her with my whole heart and soul. But she was like a really big proponent of me starting it back solo. I took a little time off, like maybe like 4 months, and she was like, "You got to start back. You got to start back." And I was like, "Who do I talk to?" She's like, "Yourself, bitch. You know you can." But you know when you stand up too fast and you get dizzy. So like when I'm done with a solo podcast, at the speed in which I talk and like the energy in which I output from talking just to a camera for 55 minutes, sometimes I'm like, I'm a little dizzy. I just stood up too fast.
You're like that scene in Old School when Will Ferrell gets up and gives a speech and he has to be really smart and he just comes up with all. He's like, the aquanatum physics of the material. And he's like, what just happened?
What just happened? And sometimes I get done and I'm like, did any of that fucking make sense? Like, whatever. And then people always tell me like, we love your solos so much. They're so much fun because you just feel like you're on FaceTime with someone and it's just nice.
Totally.
But the podcast 100%. It's been fantastic. It's been wonderful. I started it with Mary Carlisle. We did about like 10 episodes together. And then, for the past 4 years, I've done over 150 episodes by myself.
And you're with Dear Media, which is insane.
That's
awesome.
Love them.
That's
feels so like
I had a meeting with them and they said, absolutely not. You need 6,000 monthly listeners. And I'm like, we just started.
Well, listen, you
This
just
shit
started.
takes a minute.
It takes a minute. And you know what's also good?
Hang out.
Like,
It takes a minute.
Yeah,
and you know what's
seconds.
also,
A little minute.
also really good to remind yourself,
Betty
like,
Hearst.
like literally. It's also good to remind yourself because every once in a while, like I'll do an episode and I'll get in my head about it. And my producer did this to me and she's like so good. She like knows me so well and when I get in my head. And she like sent me a picture. Like, let's just say like if you had 1,000 monthly listeners, right? So someone's telling you, sorry, babe, sit down. You need 30,000. Like Google like 1,000 people in a room and literally imagine that though, like, cause then it shows you a photo of these 1,000 people in a room and you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
All of those people, imagine if they were sitting right here when you guys were talking, you would feel so accomplished. You would feel so amazing, so fucking cool. And it really helped me because even I was like, had like an episode with 30,000 listeners or something. And I was like, is that even a lot? Like 30,000? Because I was just thinking of all the people that are signed into your media that have like 100,000, 150,000. And then I was like, oh my God, not 30,000 people being a stadium full of people, not me performing for a stadium. Like that's crazy.
That's a great perspective.
And it helped me shift my perspective a lot because I was like, oh, and here I am, which only fucking 30,000 and I'm fucking a loser. Why does your media even like me? And are they going to drop me soon? Tell me the truth. Are they going to drop me soon? Like you can really get in your head about it. That's a lot of fucking people.
For sure.
That is a lot of fucking people. And also I'm like, dude, we don't know what we're doing it anyway.
Exactly.
And doing it better than most people do it when they start.
Honey, let me tell you something. I walked in here and said, this is a set up. This is really good. Like I used to record myself on my phone and like that's how I started. Like you just do it and like you guys are way ahead, leaps and bounds. Like you guys are crushing it, killing it.
Visually, it looks great.
Visually amazing. And I really,
it's not great.
And I love y'all's clips. Like when I watch your clips on social media, I'm like, that's a group of fun people. That's like a fun, interesting, like I'm laughing, I'm feeling good, I'm like giggling, I'm hearing fun stories, and people really enjoy that in a world that's not always giggly and smiley and happy. It's really nice to have a place that you can go to and a platform you can go to where you can just turn your brain off for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and that's the goal. That's what we're trying to do. And there's like no hate on like other beauty stuff. And we like love other beauty podcasts and we love all that. But there's something about Mari and I where we live our lives giggly and weird and we find funny in quite literally everything.
Same.
And so we're just trying to like project how fucking funny everything is.
And everything is, by the way,
life is joyful. Listen,
life is joyful.
It also is dark at times and moments.
Sure,
of course. Shit. It gets really heavy.
Every once in a while, you can get deep and heavy on this podcast. There's no rules.
Oh, absolutely. And we do. We talk,
of course.
like, we're here to be vulnerable and talk about breakups and makeups and you know what gets you going and wellness and fitness and all of it. Aspects of everything. Life can bring you down, but like the silver lining in life is like how you pick yourself back fucking up.
Yeah.
And like seek light and make things joyful and happy and positive.
I mean, there's a reason, and I cannot speak from experience because my dad is like the most amazing person in the entire world and he's alive and he's going to live forever.
I'm so glad your dad's not dead.
Yeah, there's a reason why dead dad jokes are so funny for people that have dead dads because they literally call themselves like the Dead Dad Club, like, and they make all these really funny. There you go. And you make really funny dark humor.
Congratulations.
So I'm in it and I tell people that he left and he went to Costa Rica and he never came back. Can't get a hold of him.
But like
congratulations was a weird thing to say.
Like a congratulations. No.
That was not.
No, but like
and you're going to do this podcast alone now.
I know. I'm like, well, I guess I think I'm just going to do it.
I can actually do it without you. No, I've done it without my dad for this long. No, I think.
Yeah, why don't you leave just like my fucking dad did?
Fuck. No, the way I'll take a joke too far every time. I'll just keep going.
Go.
I got about 3 more minutes in me. No, but there's humor in all darkness too. Like, I'm personally like a huge fan of dark humor, but like everything can be funny. Everything can be
self-deprecation too. Like if you can laugh at yourself,
of course.
If you can find silliness in who you are and things you do and what you say, it looks good.
It looks good on you. Laugh at yourself. You look sexy.
Dark humor looks great on you.
Anyways, I love it. So I love what you guys are doing here. Love your work. I did. By the way, I did invite myself on this podcast just for everyone listening.
No, you didn't.
I did.
And we just invited ourselves on yours.
I know. Now we're like, wait, but when are we coming on yours?
You can come on mine anytime.
Follow for follow.
Like, follow for like.
Remember when people should we rapid fire? Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap up
Deal.
soon, but let's rapid fire.
Okay.
Fave daytime product.
Fave daytime product?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm such a hoe for like a lip liner. Like I just like I'll always have, like I brought one in here because I was like, I had to touch my lip liner.
Wait, which one?
I always use the NYX nude beige.
Nude beige is like fucking great. I feel like it's always sold out.
Yeah, because if you can't find it, it's me. I'm grabbing all 10 from Walgreens at one time. They'll expire. I don't give a fuck. Literally.
It's like the best color ever.
Is it?
Nude
I
beige.
feel like you're such a perfect like spice teddy girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm pale right now. Maybe I need to try it pale because it doesn't work on me when I have a spray tan.
No?
No, but I also love Makeup by Mario has this like brown color that I like. What is it? It's something. It's an iconic one. So
he's got
Walnut's
really great lipsticks.
Yeah.
yeah, he does.
I love his shades.
Me
They're
too.
very pretty.
Favorite nighttime product.
Probably the Augustus Bader Rich Cream.
Okay, yeah.
Or like I don't dabble in highlighter that much, but I put more on at night.
Okay.
I'm sorry? Like makeup highlighter?
Yeah, like I put it on, but like I'm not the girl that like intricately like goes like this and like.
Are you talking about like going out for a date night? Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sleek hair or big hair?
Big hair.
Okay. Matte or dewy?
Matte, actually.
Middle part or side part?
Middle.
Individual lashes or strip?
Individual.
If you could change your name, what would it be?
Oh, I never in my entire life have ever thought I like give Shannon. Like I just like don't look like a Shannon. I actually like to this day, like my mom's always like, that's a funny joke. I'm like, it's not a joke, Mom. I do not like my name. Like I still don't like it.
Who are you then?
I just feel like I look like I could be like an Emma or like I don't need like a really super cool. I'm not like Slade. I'm a Slade.
Yeah,
like,
if you could change, not like what you think you would
what I
look
think
like.
if I could change because I'm like hot, I would do like a boy name because like nothing's cooler than like a hot girl with
like
a boy
a Charlie
name.
Or like a Stevie.
But that wouldn't have worked when I was younger because I only just got hot. So I would have been like an ugly girl with a dude name.
Okay.
So like it would have been bad for a while.
Okay.
But then it would have been great.
I would be Mercedes.
Of course you would, by the way.
Oh, you were. You
I never told you that, right?
No,
Mercedes.
but I was Rosie too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rosie Mercedes.
Rosie.
Mercedes.
Oh, Mercedes Rose.
Oh, Mercedes Rose.
My girl.
What a great name, though, Mercedes Rose.
That just happened
I
right
love
now.
that.
Oh, wow.
I'm pregnant right now, so.
Yeah.
No,
Day one hair or
Wish.
day three hair?
Day 3.
Tuck or untuck? Hotel bed. Dick.
I was like, and if you're wondering, my legs have been so crossed for so long. You'll have to pull the clip the way I was like, the quickness in which I went.
And then I went,
Hotel bed. By the way, I do hate a tucked hotel bed. They like
Same.
freak me out.
oh my God, I've never had an issue.
It's why I would like
My
go to
girl-
the gym to start getting strong enough to untuck them.
Yeah, I literally blast it open on all corners.
Yeah, bust
of
it wide open. James loves a tucked bed. I'm like, ugh.
It's like a coffin.
I know.
Oh my God, I have so many of these
Tuck or
questions.
untuck? Oh my God.
I'm going to end it on that one because that was the best.
Tucked or untucked? Hotel beds.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
You guys can find me at Probably Shannon, or you can find my podcast, which is Probably a Podcast. I'm also going on tour. I do stand up. So next year.
Get the GTFO.
Yeah.
LFG.
So
You guys have to come to a show. It's really
You're doing
hilarious.
stand up?
100% we will come to a
Stand
show.
up
I
right
would love. Okay, stand up right now.
Stand up right now.
Tuck your dick in and stand up right now. You fucking stand up. Yeah, and I have 3 shows in November. 1 in Birmingham, 1 in Atlanta, 1 in Raleigh, and then I'm going on vacation. Okay, so nobody call me and ask me to be funny.
It's definitely going to be
Nobody talk to me on a
dark
plane.
30.
Also, that's very brave of
But
you.
2025.
So-
Oh, it's
Stand
really.
up.
I want to shit my pants every time.
That's very brave.
My husband's like, have you eaten? I'm like, fuck off, not now.
You're like, no water, no food.
It's no water, no food in this house. She's like, it's scary every time, and it's the same set every time. It's the same hour. I've memorized it every time. It's the
hour?
same. Yeah, it's the whole show.
That's so impressive.
But I still get nervous every time, even though it's the same show.
Sure, yeah.
So yeah, thank you for telling me that I'm brave.
Ballsy,
Oh
though.
my
You
God,
are
that's
brave. It takes
so
a lot.
amazing.
That's a very brave thing to be able
Well,
to do something like that.
congratulations.
So
Thanks so
Yeah.
much. Look for me in
Kudos.
2025. I'll be on a much larger tour. It's called the Pray For Me Tour. So
We will pray for you.
pray for me.
yeah, 100%.
Can't wait.
Thank you so much.
I
for
love
stopping
y'all.
by.
This has been fun.
I
Bye,
love you,
Shannon.
Shannon.
I love you.
She's probably Shannon, and I'm probably Maury.
She's
and
probably
it's
tucked.
Taryn, and it's probably us.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.